Hey guys, welcome back to LatiNation. Now up next, we broach a controversial subject, so viewer discretion be aware, the following statements do not reflect the opinions of this show or its sponsors, but we felt compelled to tell a story, because more and more people around the world are turning to alternative means of therapy, and sometimes that includes psychoactive plants and ancient indigenous ceremonies as a means of confronting deep emotional issues. And we sat down with the director of a documentary called Little Saints to understand why these ceremonial plants find themselves at the center of a global discussion in regards to the future of psychology and holistic medicine. This is a story you will only see on LatiNation.
My name is Oliver Quintanilla. I'm an independent filmmaker, and I've been working on a project for a long time about shamanism and the use of psilocybin mushrooms for healing and spirituality. The name of the movie is Little Saints. The title is based on how the indigenous people in Mexico refer to the mushrooms. They say they're little saints, they're like children because they have no sins. So they're like saints and they are the intermediaries to talk to God.
¿Crees que sea difícil encontrar?
I visited a shaman for the first time in the year 2000, and I became acquainted with her, and I visited her over and over for a period of 5 years. Since the very first time I asked her, it's like, I want to shoot a documentary about this, and she was reluctant to let me even have a camera or a recording device during these rituals. And as trust between us started increasing, she finally agreed to let me shoot.
The important thing is to have that experience, to experience God, not to think of God as some like bigger figure that we normally see in it.
Then I decided to invite some people from the United States to come down with me and have an experience, and I wanted to see if it was possible for others. The mushrooms that they have in Oaxaca, they're called San Isidros. The active ingredient is psilocybin. Psilocybin is a compound that affects the brain in a way that opens up the consciousness and brings up memories and possibly traumatic experiences, and it's an opportunity for the individual to express the emotions and release them and then have a more positive life after that.
We can experience God, we can experience the universal energy and let that energy flow through us.
One of the reasons why I make this movie is to give voice to the indigenous people, because we see on the media and on the news these scientists, these psychologists, which is great because it's going to open up maybe policy change as far as research, because currently even medical research with psychedelics is considered illegal. So if we listen to the shamans or to the indigenous cultures, their opinion, their knowledge, and understand that and just open up the belief, because for the longest time here in the United States and also in Mexico, indigenous cultures are always like pushed down. They don't listen to them. Oh no, what you're saying is outdated. But I think it's like, especially with Latinos, you know, it's like listening to your grandma.
Hola. Ay, ¿cómo está?
De hace rato estamos hablando de ti. No sabemos si... Ajá, sí.
Ah, pues aquí estoy.
Recently, it's been on the media and a lot of studies and doctors talking about it, psychologists talking about it, and research being done about it. All that is great, but we have to remember that these plants have been used for years. There's some research that religions are developed from psychedelic experiences. So nobody does it just because. There's always a reason that you discuss with the shaman in advance. Either it's a family problem, an emotional problem, or you don't know what to do with your life, or simply you want to say thanks to God